So Manchester United recently published their accounts. All football clubs in England have to publish their financial records, and Manchester United have done this for a recent accounting period. And the amount of money that they've had to pay to get rid of Erik ten Hag, the man they sacked earlier this season, the man that they gave a contract extension to in the summer just gone, stands at around £14.5 million when you also get Dan Ashworth involved in that as well. That is quite a bit of money that they have effectively wasted right there. And for those of you that aren't aware, Dan Ashworth pretty much joined and then left almost straight away. A real financial blow to Manchester United when, of course, they are making cuts constantly. They are laying staff off, they are making staff redundant, and the revenue for the club is also going down as well. Right now, things are not looking very good, both on and off the pitch right now for Manchester United. Things are not looking positive at all. Let's have a look at the full data here, guys. Let's have a look at the full story here on thefootballchronicle.com, and I'll give my thoughts at the end of the article as always. Manchester United's latest quarterly accounts submitted to the New York Stock Exchange have revealed the substantial financial impact of the dismissals of former manager Erik ten Hag and sporting director Dan Ashworth. The club was forced to pay a combined compensation bill of £14.5 million following ten Hag's sacking in October, just 4 months after he signed a new contract until 2026. The decision to extend ten Hag's deal rather than terminate his existing one with 12 months remaining proved to be costly for the club. Ashworth, who joined United from Newcastle United in a multi-million-pound settlement, also departed after just 5 months in his role. The severance packages for both ten Hag and Ashworth are listed under exceptional items in the accounts, with the club stating exceptional items for the quarter were a cost of £14.5 million. This relates to costs associated with departure of former men's first team manager Erik ten Hag and various members of football staff. The financial figures also highlight a £44.8 million drop in broadcasting revenue over the past 12 months, primarily due to the club's participation in the Europa League rather than the more lucrative Champions League, while commercial revenue saw a modest increase of £3.8 million to £43 million year on year, attributed to a new shirt sponsorship deal with Qualcomm. The net finance cost skyrocketed from £300,000 to £37.6 million. The club cites an unfavourable swing in foreign exchange rates, resulting in unrealised foreign exchange losses on unhedged USD borrowings as the reason for this significant increase. So basically, the pound went down against the dollar during that period. That is probably what they're referring to there. Of course, United are a British club, but they are listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and the primary owners of the club are, of course, American in the form of the Glazers. Despite the concerning financial numbers, United Chief Executive Omar Barada maintained that the club's focus remains on improving the men's team's league position. I mean, hard to make it worse, really. They're 15th at the moment. Currently sitting in 15th place, just 3 spots above the relegation zone, the team faces a crucial match against Everton on Saturday. Everton are actually ahead of Man United at the moment as well, which is just ridiculous, but there we go. Barada stated, "We recognise the challenges in improving our men's team's league position, and we are all working hard collectively to achieve that. At the same time, we are pleased to have progressed on to the knockout phase of the Europa League and the 5th round of the FA Cup. Meanwhile, our women's team is currently placed 2nd in the Women's Super League and has reached the quarter-finals of the Women's FA Cup." The Manchester United Supporter Trust must, I'm not telling them they must do something, that's what it stands for, must, M-U-S-T, has criticised the club's recent decision to increase ticket prices to £66, arguing that it would be futile and counterproductive and would only generate an additional £2 million in revenue. In a statement, Must said, "Fans should not pay the price for a problem that starts with our crippling debt and interest payments and is exacerbated by a decade or more of mismanagement. It's time to freeze ticket prices and allow everyone, players, management, owners and fans, to get behind United and restore this club to where it belongs." And of course, this also comes around the same sort of time as Liverpool have announced they've freezed their prices for next season. Now, they're very much an outlier in that. I think they and Crystal Palace are the only Premier League clubs who have kept their prices the same for next season. Apart from maybe the relegated sides, I imagine they will probably make theirs a decrease. But still, that being said, fair play to those two clubs. But United right now, bad on the pitch, bad off it, bad for the fans. It's dark times, to be honest. I mean, domestically, really dark times, and financially not looking too great either. I know that at least the commercial revenue has seen an uptick. That is something, I suppose. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you know, for them to get European football next season, they're going to have to win the FA Cup or win the Europa League. And if they win the Europa League, they get back in the Champions League, and that'll help plug that financial kind of downturn there, obviously, because they've gone from Champions League to Europa League. But there's a very real possibility they won't have any European football at all next season, which again, that'd be another big financial loss for them. And they are getting to the point where it's hard for them to kind of keep going the way they are with these transfer fees. And the players that are loaning out are doing well too. Anthony's doing well at Real Betis. Marcus Rashford's doing all right at Aston Villa. Early days, of course, for both of them, but it's not great to be a Man United fan at the moment. It really has been a torrid season. Erik Ten Hag, I mean, for me, honestly, he never would have got an extension if he didn't win the FA Cup. They got a record low of 8th place in the Premier League last season. He would have been sacked 100% if he lost that final, but he won the final. They kept him on, they gave him a contract extension, and immediately regretted it pretty much. But, you know, Erik Ten Hag had United in a higher place in the league than what Amorim does right now. I'm not blaming Amorim, I'm not saying he should go, but there's definitely a lot of Man United fans that are already losing patience with him. But that kind of speaks to the problems of the club as a whole, in my opinion. But guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you surprised to see the financial downturn of Manchester United over this last accounting period? I'm not really, given their fortunes on the pitch. It is bound to affect things off the pitch. And yeah, pretty much, aside from commercial revenue, it has all been a downturn pretty much. So it's not really what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more like this, though. And we'll see you for some more football content here on thefootballchronicle.com, guys. Have a great week. Have a great day. See you very soon.